Join the crew of the Mailatla as we visit the Galapagos Islands. These unique isolated islands have given birth to amazing creatures, birds and plants that you will find nowhere else on the planet. And inspired a young Charles Darwin, who created a theory of evolution, and we would never see the world the same again. It's hard to believe that over a week and a half have passed. We fell in love with San Cristobal Island. We loved the people, we loved the Galapagos sea lions, and we had a fabulous anchorage. It had taken us 11 days to sail from Chiapas, Mexico to the Galapagos. We loved it.
Spreader.
Andy, Jan, Mark, and Terry stayed on the boat in San Cristobal while Nick and I went ahead. There were repairs to be made on the boat, but Nick and I were running out of time.
We had an adventure getting on the boat because we couldn't get no aquatico taxi. He was leaving. We launched the dinghy, then Andy couldn't start the outboard, so we called Raphael, and he came and got us on his dinghy, and we just made it.
Cruise ship that holds
30 people?
26.
26.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They don't count children.
Inexpensive local ferry boats will take you over to the islands, but be prepared because it's a rough ride.
We're in Los Amigos Hostel. We're in Santa Cruz, and look at this room. You have no idea. 2 beds, a shower, shared common area, $25 a night. It's peak season. We totally scored on this.
Well, the Mailatla was spacious. It was nice to have that bit of luxury.
Boom! We're watching the birds hunting here. They're looking for their breakfast, so are we. Hey, Gringo! How was your breakfast?
Breakfast was good, but it took fucking forever.
Ah yes, we're here on island time. Santa Cruz is about as big city as the Galapagos Islands gets.
He's a big boy, eh? Did he just come out of the water? I almost walked down there and just about stepped on the guy.
It was nice to see that although Puerto Ayora is the most populated town in the Galapagos, there were animals everywhere. The shores of Academy Bay are filled with shops, restaurants, and tons of things to do. This is a lot faster paced than San Cristobal Island had been. The nice thing though about Puerto Ayora is that you can basically walk everywhere. And if not, the cab rides are super cheap. Since we were in Santa Cruz only for 3 days, we decided we would just do the local things. And the fish market at Santa Cruz is not to be missed.
Let's back it up the lobster.
It's a great place to hang out when the fishermen come in and sell their catch. Just a short walk away is the Charles Darwin Research Centre, operated by the nonprofit Charles Darwin Foundation.
We're at the Charles Darwin Research Center, but it's January 1st, so it's closed, but it's a really nice walk. There's a beautiful forest of mangroves that you follow on a well-marked trail, and there's a lovely little beach tucked away. So keep your eye open for it, and I guess we're going to have to come back here another day.
This is where scientists work on research and projects for conservation. Although the center was closed when we got there, we enjoyed the botanical gardens.
The sides of the leaves. I'm not really wanting to touch any of these plants because some of them have issues.
As in poison? It was really neat to see these endemic plants, but it was also really cool to visit with the man himself. I wondered what he thought when he was a young man here, if he knew how he would change this world.
So there's these really cool grasshoppers that Nick has been trying to get a picture of. And the grasshopper that I was just videotaping a second ago is now dinner. Hey there, big guy.
This is also known as the home of Lonesome George, probably the most famous tortoise.
There's 1, 2, 3. They just kind of blend in.
Lonesome George died in 2012, as he was the last of the species.
And here are the girls. They are much smaller than the boys.
These guys, they live in the dry forest that is similar colors as what we're looking.
Right.
Yellowish, brownish, reddish, different tones of them. Problem for them. They are very, very, they have to be really careful the size. They are not like the giant tortoise that you can walk and see the babies. These guys, you need to be more careful.
The Galapagos land iguanas were also just about wiped out, along with the tortoise. Now, a successful breeding program is bringing their numbers back up, giving these guys a happy future.
We are on our way down to the beach. And the cactus are much bigger here on Santa Cruz than they were on San Cristobal. This is the prickly pear cactus that has become a tree. It's definitely cactus. Here we are. One of the top beaches in Santa Cruz. We're heading to the lagoon and hopefully see some flamingos. He's a funny looking thing. Look how long his beak is.
If you're a bird watcher, you're going to be in heaven in the Galapagos. These are the Galapagos flamingos, and they're a little bit pinker than the rest.
Nick just said we're back on the moon, and that's what it looks like behind me. You go from a beautiful sand beach to moonscape, just like that.
One of the benefits of traveling are all the neat people you meet.
Nick. Nice to meet you. Marina.
Like this guy who's traveled all over the place.
And you spend 1 year traveling?
Yes, 1 year
Yeah.
through America from the north to the sea.
Yeah. Santa Cruz.
Academy Bay is filled with boats. Sailboats, tour boats, cruise boats. And now the Mailatla was joining Santa Cruz. With the repairs done, it was a pleasant sail to the Santa Cruz Island. And it was time to play tourist.
Hola! Jerry! Bye, we're going for beer!
And they wasted no time getting to know Santa Cruz. These giant lava tubes were formed when the surface lava cooled and solidified. Hot lava continued to flow underneath. Now they're a reminder of the volcanic history of these islands and the violent birth.
Hey Nick, what you got there? Just digging up the meat. How was the drink out of it?
Super refreshing.
Deli. We were here for dinner yesterday. It was really good.
Muy bueno. Bueno.
We ate too much though. That's good. It's really, really good. It's nice and light. The tartar sauce is amazing. We had a half portion of fish and chips and a medium pizza. Could have. Yeah. We should just have the medium pizza. Juice, scrambled eggs, toast and butter. And look at these beautiful buns.
Santa Cruz has a lot of restaurants, and we found the prices to be very reasonable.
Tortuga Bay is rated #1 for things to do in Santa Cruz. So we're going to do this 45-minute hike with my snotty cold. And I'm going to die, but I'm going to do it.
Like you said, snotty cold, not snotty me.
15 seconds in and I'm already pooched. Look at this though. Look at the rocks. Little red berries. But don't be eating anything here. It can make you very, very sick.
The Galapagos apunta species is very important in the Galapagos. The pads and fruits are source of food for iguanas and tortoises, as well as the finches.
Looks like we're at the end of the trail. There it is, Playa Brava.
This is the rougher of the two beaches, and you'll see surfers here and those more adventurous.
On the trail, the marine iguana. Notice the tail? And the marine iguanas are absolutely everywhere here on Tortuga Bay.
This beach lived up to its promise. It's considered one of the best beaches in South America.
Look at them all, they're just chilling.
Beautiful, fine, white beach sand, warm waters, and marine iguanas everywhere.
They didn't tell you it was another half an hour walk after you got to the first beach to find this beach where you can actually swim. It's very, very gentle. We're going to put on some snorkeling gear and take a look and cool off after that hot walk. He's going in right away. We had an amazing snorkel. We followed the mangroves over there. First we got in the water and it was pretty sandy and murky from all the beach and the surge. But then it cleared right up and we swam over to where the blue wooded boobies were, and we found a whole school of fish, and we saw a black-tipped shark, and I saw a water snake, and I beat it out of there real fast. But Nick was lucky and he saw, how many did you see? Three sharks. Pretty cool. They were only about 3.5 feet, do you think? 4 feet? They get bigger as the story goes on. And then the pelicans were dive bombing all around us looking for the fish, and I had this vision of getting hit in the head by a pelican and dying.
Meanwhile, Andy was off doing some of his own diving, but he was going to go deep because he had something to check off his bucket list. Santa Cruz Island offers spectacular diving sites.
Go!
There's lots of reasons to dive here, with an abundance of sea life, but this area is known for something else. Hammerhead sharks. These beautiful, graceful creatures have the largest brain of the shark family. Charles Darwin said it wasn't that you were smarter or that you were faster, it was that you were more adaptable. And yet here the hammerhead shark has barely had to change its blueprint for life. So successful it is in these waters. Why mess with a good thing?
What are we getting?
Some kind of beautiful striped red fish, like a snapper almost, I guess. And the Galapagos. Bueno.
That's the second time you've had that. And this is the kiosks. There's a whole bunch of restaurants here.
Located just 2 blocks off the main strip, they would close off the streets and turn it into a giant restaurant in the evenings. The food was great,
Grilled to perfection.
but so was the beer.
It was really good. It's not like Heineken, it's just a little less skunky.
Nick just ordered some soup marinero. You gonna eat that, or is that meat?
It's yours.
Lobster mania.
Muy bueno. So good.
In the next video, the crew of the Mailatla head to Isabela, and we head over to Quito. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up or please subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. And don't forget to check out the rest of our Galapagos series.
There you go, closing shot for one of my videos.